If you want to make perfect relationship decisions, this is not the video for you. Why? Because none of us are perfect, and therefore we're never going to always make perfect decisions. However, as Christians, we are to be growing more and more. So here are 3 biblical things you can do to make really good relationship decisions. Number 1, make decisions now that will prevent you from needing to make extremely hard decisions later. Yes, hanging out with that unbeliever a little bit before it gets too serious may seem innocent, but what happens once you two start sharing more with each other and become emotionally attached? Sure, you may have gone to the club recently and not hooked up with anyone, but what happens next time once you had a few drinks and someone starts hitting on you that you find really attractive? Yes, you may have been able to watch a movie with your boyfriend or girlfriend late at night and you avoided sexual sin that time. But what happens when you do this so much that your guard gets dropped, you both are tired, and your hormones are raging? In Proverbs 5, we're warned about the dangers of a promiscuous person. But notice in verse 8, the instructions were given on how to deal with this type of temptation. Keep your way far from her and do not go near the door of her house. In other words, it will be a lot easier to avoid this kind of temptation if you keep your distance from the beginning. It's far more likely that you make really good relationship decisions if you don't allow yourself to get into situations where it's going to be nearly impossible to make good decisions. Number 2, accept the principle that a little almost always turns into a lot. Have you ever noticed that whatever seat you pick on the first day of class, usually that is the seat you will sit in the rest of the semester? Some people wake up and read their Bible while other people wake up and start scrolling on their phone, but most of us do the same thing every morning, whatever that may be. We are habit-forming creatures. And so when we experience something that we like, it's very likely that we try to experience that more and more. And this is evidence of the principle I talked about, where a little almost always turns into a lot. Proverbs 6:10-11 states, "A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man." Yes, you want to marry the right person, but who are you texting with when you are single? Yes, you want to raise a family in the Lord, but how often do you read your Bible when you are still unmarried? Yes, you want to be equally yoked in marriage, but are you equally yoked in your friendships? You have to consistently make small good decisions, because those small decisions always start you down a certain road. And if it's a bad road, you will go further down that road. And if it's a good road, you end up going further down that road. And number 3, accept what is rather than searching for what could be. You may have wanted to marry a virgin who lived for the Lord their whole life, but this person that you're falling in love with is not a virgin. Rather, they are someone who lived sinfully, but has now repented and is committed to living a sexually pure life now. If you want them to be someone they are not, you may miss out on choosing to be in a great relationship. You may be falling in love with someone who is a virgin, but they are not really following the Lord in other areas of their life. If you want to be with someone who loves the Lord, you will get into an unequally yoked relationship if you are unwilling to see the truth that this person is not spiritually mature enough for you, even though they're a virgin. There are a million examples like this. So often people get into a relationship and then complain about the person changing and they're not who they thought they were. But in reality, this happens more often not because this person lied to us and showed us a false version of themselves, but rather because we lied to ourselves and we saw the version of this person that we wanted to see. By giving this video a thumbs up, you're gonna help it spread to other people who also might need to see it. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com. Until next time, God bless.